All right. It's been a while. Nothing more to say on that. That's not supposed to look like that. Hold on. There we go. And I'll turn on the game audio. Is that good? Maybe a little bit quiet. Hold on. There we go. All right. So, hold on. Stanley Parable Game I like, game I play, game I even made video on a long time ago. It was bad. Bad video. When I heard there was a sequel, I wanted to play it on launch day. I could not play it on launch day. So I'm playing it now. Just waiting a bit longer for maybe someone else to show up. Alright. Begin. Oh boy.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
It sure is.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah, I push buttons every day.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
It took his
showed
buttons.
up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
So now
Never
everyone's
in all
gone.
his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Hold on. It's lagging a bit. No anti-aliasing. Yeah, medium. That run better? Anything lagging? Okay, I'll put the quality on low. Yeah, just like the classics, this is not the right screen for that. There we go, low quality. It's kind of lagging. Maybe. Oh, is my bitrate too high? Uh-oh. If I set it too high, then I'm gonna have to restart the stream. Let me check. No, bitrate seems fine. I don't know what else to do. I even put down the resolution before. You know, maybe I'll put it back on high. Maybe. I think it'll just lag a little bit regardless.
Gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, yeah, I'll just play in
No matter how
45
hard
frames per
Stanley
second.
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna deal with it. 45 FPS, let's go! Here we go, turn it off from. Yeah, the rapture.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What ending should I go for first? Ooh, decisions. I think I know which one I'm gonna go for.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yikes.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright, there's the broom closet. Might come back here later.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
A new what? The new one. I can go in here. You couldn't actually go in here in the original game. Like the door was always locked. But I mean, you could go in there with cheats and it looked exactly the same. Now you can go in there now. Alright. Just gotta fake out the doors.
Stepping in.
Yeah! Now I No, don't give me any hints. I want to try and find it myself. Alright, so I just faked out the narrator. I'm going back. I want to see if there's anything different over this way. There's a specific ending I want. Yes. The secret to new door. You are now leaving. Can I go in here? Oh man, I still have to go all the way up the stairs. Ooh. What could this mean? I never really thought of this place, like, in detail. But now that I'm looking at it again, it's kind of creepy how there's, like, 800 floors of the same office building. It's a simulation. Where is Stanley working in the catacombs? Nah, dude, this is just a simulation. They're running all the servers on all different floors. Yeah, we're almost to the top. Escape pod. The cata simulation. Awesome. Alright, escape. There it is. That's what I wanted. So it doesn't seem like there's anything new here, but I did it. Awesome, I got the escape pod ending. The meat door.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Alright, we're back here
What could
again.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, there's another ending I want to try out real fast, see if there's anything new there. It's quite a long ending, so...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
This
entered
way.
the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all,
Cold
just
drinks.
to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Can I drink the cold drink? No? Alright, fine.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So I take the door here.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Now I'm going into the
But Stanley
catacombs.
didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now
Yeah,
in
he
order to
is.
get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Alright.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Alright.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
It's gotta find a script.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right.
I didn't make any decisions.
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Alright, car. Who parked that car up there?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick,
Actually,
Stanley,
makes
close
sense
your
I went
eyes.
here.
Okay.
I went here before I was actually supposed to be here, so kind of funny. A pirate.
Am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Alright,
And this
we're getting
time, suppose we
reset.
don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Oh, hey, Clippy. That's your car? Why didn't you tell me?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley...
I see.
Wait, what?
How'd you even park it up there?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
Can I go over this way?
did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or...
Yeah, that was my bad.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
I
Come,
love
Stanley.
adventure.
Let's find the story.
Did I make a Minecraft sound? I just want one of the doors did the Minecraft click. Alright, time to wander aimlessly in a maze. Doom ending. Yeah, secret new ending where he just goes into Doom. I mean, I know Minecraft actually
I'll say,
does exist in this
This
game.
is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Alright, we've been reset again. Simulations, different.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
I wish
go
there
to
was
the
a way to go
meeting room.
faster.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Alright, awesome. Don't need that.
Aha! I knew we'd missed
Awesome.
something.
Non-Euclidean
The story.
office.
Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
It's
Is this
a
the
wooden,
story?
dilapidated
I don't
shack.
think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place
and
in
I
an
got
office
locked in.
building. Is that correct?
The door's
Do you
in here
remember,
somewhere.
Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
I'm winner.
I know you put in a lot of
Wow.
hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no.
I got on the paint
I
can.
don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
But hey.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
You can't tell me what to do.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I don't want to guess. I wouldn't have gotten stuck. Look, he reset the simulation again. Oh, yes.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable.
Yes, the
Adventure
line. The line is
Just
here.
follow the line. How simple is that?
Now we actually get to explore this place. Yeah, the school trying to
See,
prevent COVID.
the line knows where the story is.
This
It's
is
over
like-
in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
It's like
Here's a
IKEA.
thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, Are we implying a journey such
Come
that
on,
a
dude, it's just a
destination is
line.
inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
It's just a line,
Well, I'd
dude. You
like
don't
to
need to get so
apologize.
philosophical.
Not sure where I was going with all that.
No.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit
Oh,
of music to
oh,
lighten
yes.
the mood.
What a class. Yes! What a banger. Listen, man, I didn't want to become Spider-Man just to follow the line. I'm following the line to the best of my... It's great music. It's great. Okay, hold on. Wow. That guy's got a lot of peer reviews, really.
Great. Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley,
Yes.
this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely
Can I eat it?
and remember it carefully. You won't
Let's go,
miss
Jason.
anything.
Oh no. At least the music's gone. Fern will remember that.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not
We're
again.
back here
Line.
again.
How could you have done
Back
this
in
to
the
us?
lab again.
After we trusted you. After everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
The line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we
great.
make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and
Yes.
Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our
Wow.
story to be?
What will the story be?
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines
Come
or
on.
monitor rooms. Just
Give
don't
the line a
acknowledge it.
break.
We should be fine.
The line's just a little misunderstood and in the ceiling. I'm gonna call an exterminator for that one.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay. So
This
I
isn't
know
the
that
adventure
each
line. I'm
door
not
has to
following
lead
it.
somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So
All right, buddy,
starting
what does that
from the
mean?
right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Make sure you go through the
Since
right door.
answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh,
Yeah, there it
what's
is.
this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game
right here.
eight times? That's really
Yeah, 8 of
how
them.
all this goes? It's all determined?
Even the narrator
So
doesn't
now,
know free
according
will.
to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer... Stopped?
He broke the
Does that
simulation.
mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made
You
this
break
schedule?
the simulation, then we're all going down, dude.
Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Something will happen. I remember this. Nothing new.
So,
But
okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
no, I
I'm not
wouldn't.
quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always
No,
saying
it
that
isn't.
life is about the journey and
Oh
not
no,
the
he's
destination.
rambling
so
again.
I hope that's where we are right now.
Yeah?
We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Yeah?
Well, in the
great.
meantime, if you...
Jump scare. Ooh hoo hoo. Alright, finally. It ended. What now?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
He didn't need to. Scared someone out there, someone in the
A
world.
set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
I think I want to blow up. I want to blow up, I'm gonna do it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided
Wait.
to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was
Yes.
nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Here's where the real sauce is at. Yeah.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Oh,
No
it's
reason
not.
to still
Oh
be
boy,
here.
it's not empty. There's a whole old me in here.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Yeah, no, I
He
am
wasn't
just
even
hanging out
doing
here.
anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it
Can I
is,
interact with this?
he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Gotta
Are
inspect
you
every
really
triangle.
Still in the broom closet, standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer
Yeah,
me some
a whole
explanation.
me.
I'm genuinely confused.
Well, every single polygon. I want to look at it here.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to
Count
me
them?
because
Alright,
literally this closet is of
Oh,
absolutely
jeez.
no
Okay, so
significance
this texture's
to the
flat.
story
So this has to be like two
whatsoever.
triangles.
I never would have thought
That
to mention
2,
it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well,
Maybe to you this is somehow
12,
its
13,
own branching
14,
path.
15.
Maybe when you go talk
I
about
can't tell
this
if it's a
with your friend,
rectangle.
you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending?
16.
The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your
17,
friends find this concerning.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
Stanley was fat and ugly
25,
and really
26,
stupid. He
27,
probably only got the
28,
job
29,
because of a family
30,
connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug
31,
money.
32,
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and
33,
hookers.
34, 35, 36, 37,
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going
38,
on right now.
40,
You're dead.
39,
You got to
40,
this broom
41,
closet,
42,
explored it a
43,
bit,
44,
and were just
45,
about to
46,
leave because
47,
there's
48,
nothing here
49,
when a physical melody of
50,
some sort shut down your central
51,
nervous system
52,
and you
53,
collapsed on the keyboard.
4,
Well, in a situation like this, the
5,
responsible thing
6,
is to alert
7,
someone
8,
nearby so as to
7,
ensure that your body is taken care
what?
of before it begins to
69,
decompose.
60, 61,
Anyone who happens to be nearby,
62,
the person in
63,
this computer is dead. They have fallen prey
64,
to any number of your
did I say
countless
63?
human physiological
66,
vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the
72,
long-term sustainability of your species. Please
70,
remove their
78,
corpse from the area
77,
and instruct another
74,
human to take their place,
80,
making sure
82,
they understand basic
80,
first-person
80,
video
80,
game mechanics
64,
and filling them in
62,
on the history of narrative
31,
tropes in video gaming.
106.
So that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. Right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
2,376.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I get coming to a staircase.
I'm
Stanley
not
walked
listening to that.
upstairs to his boss's office.
No? Can I go in here? I can go in here. That's not good. Can I go in here? No?
Stepping into his manager's office,
Oh.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
I know
What
if you
could it
input the
mean?
code before
Stanley
he says
wondered
it,
aloud to
he'll
know.
like get angry at you,
He
but I can't
began
remember the
wildly
code,
tearing
so.
through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings,
drink
desperate
it?
for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by
Piano?
a keypad behind the boss's
That's
desk.
a weird piano
What could
noise.
its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
8.
There we go, achievement unlocked.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
Oh, what was
Trying
it?
to input
Oh,
anything
man,
on
what was the
device
combo?
useless, since he could never
Ah, there
possibly
was 2845.
know the combination was 2845.
I thought it was that, but I wasn't confident I didn't want to fail
By
again.
simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the
It's a lot darker in here than usual.
Sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped
Ooh.
into the newly opened passageway.
I don't remember this place being so dark in the original game. Awesome.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in
Oh,
his
okay,
chest,
so it's somewhere
as
in
though
here
he
then?
felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Oh, I think.
Why
Oh, I
did
have
he
an
feel
idea. I
this
think I might know
now,
where it
when
is.
for years it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
I have an idea. Wait a minute. This isn't so. That's new.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator
Oh,
and went
thank you,
back
James,
up.
for the two-sentence horror story.
Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
This is new. Oh. Is it over here? Ending, are you over here? No?
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive
what I do
rapid
next.
fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving
no,
a
not
rich
there.
tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
I guess I just go back down. I go up and down forever and ever.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again.
Okay,
Ladies
okay, I
and
get it.
gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Okay, okay. Eventually something's gonna happen.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
I don't like your sass, narrator. What's new this time?
Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
I was not expecting the horns.
This absolutely changes everything for me.
I was
Give me a
expecting like
time
something
out here for
spooky
a
to
minute while
happen.
I process this.
Oh, this is new. I've said that too many times, but you get the idea. This reminds me of the real person ending. Maybe there's something
Okay,
new there.
I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Alright, buddy. Is that the... no, that's the insanity ending.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Let me guess to go back down the elevator again. Oh, the button's flashing.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to
This thing's
understand
gonna
that
break.
30 seconds ago,
From
this kind of
overexertion or
thing had
something.
never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even
Okay, yeah, he's
anticipate.
talking for longer
That's
than usual.
just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The fog. The button's lit up.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a
What?
moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley.
Oh, he's talking
You
to
and
me
I,
again.
we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating,
It's
and
gonna be
having to
different this
guess,
time.
that's the
It's gonna be
real
different.
thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. Where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal?
This is gonna take a while.
Is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting
wow.
narrative to
It's
be
a
developed
room.
in years.
Can I
And
go
it's
over
really
there,
all
please?
because of you.
Can I go over there?
You're the one who took
No?
this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly,
You know, if it weren't
I
for all
mean
the
it.
mind
This is
control, this would probably be a
unique
neat
and
place to work.
It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such
like that's
unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so
feel like that's
starved for
new.
content that makes us feel sharp and vital.
Can I go
and
over there?
alive.
No?
That's why people like you so much, Stanley.
Oh, man.
Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know.
Oh,
People
yeah,
look
I
up
get
to
it.
you. Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look
boy.
up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the
Oh, boy,
kind
Stanley's a
of gesture
guy, and he
that
has-
might leave a tremendous
That's
impact
new,
on
that's
them
new.
for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Can I fall down? What? Lame.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
World's healthiest human being. How we did it, the pyramids, the guy who went to Mars. Okay, I've seen that image before. I didn't know it was from this game. Let's see. World peace, baby.
Ah,
Oh.
yes, here it is, just through this door.
Minecraft. Q&A with the world's first sentient machine. I don't like that one. Stanley Parable, Stanley Tonight. Oh. The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable. Okay, that's what that reads. Doing great. A conversation with owls again. Great. What does that one say over there? Probably some like, you can't read this
Are you
stuff.
ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in
Almonds?
storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
David, age 6. I love the way you ride elevators, heart XX. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. No one tells stories the way you do. Break a leg. Two for my boss to say break a leg. My true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife from the apartment ending. Oh, yeah, that ending. I should do that one next. Story to hello, Stanley. Oh, hey, it's the 8. That 8 is from the achievement thing. Congratulations, Stanley. Remember where you came from, your coworkers. Your boss will break your leg. Awesome. Thanks for letting me borrow your Lambo, Stanley. Made it. Okay. Yeah. Dark room. Oh my god. That's him. That is loud. I'm being shot. Did I just get... Awesome, had a heart attack from
All
stage
of his
fright.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Yeah.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why
No.
don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now.
Nope.
You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate.
Nope.
I'm enjoying what seems to
Not
be
yet.
an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Oh boy, more music.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly.
Going on my phone.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function.
Oh.
Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
Uh-huh. Does this just go on forever? I can't remember. I think this does just go on forever. Okay, I think I will restart now. Whew. I apologize for making you wait through all that. The last bit, what was the last one again?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I have a feeling this wasn't in the old version of the game. I was going to go visit my wife, but... Awesome!
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Oh boy, is it gonna be a first-person shooter now? Ooh, what's happening? Ooh, rotating platform.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yes, I remember.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yes, I remember. I liked the old game.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Uh-huh.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Even the narrator has it. Why are these letters so like? Okay. So yeah, the narrator doesn't even know.
It's an elevator. Nothing special yet.
Oh heck yeah,
I'm
the elevator's
sure
back.
It's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yeah. Is it gonna go?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Oh, there's like 50 endings in this area.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's
No.
the jump circle.
Yes! Finally, you can jump. In case you guys didn't know, you can't actually jump. Spend all your jumps in one place. Look, I press space over here. I can't jump.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley,
I love elevators.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new
What if you wanted to
content,
jump later,
then I could
then
just
you
read you
can't.
the whole
No, you can only
dictionary.
jump in that
There's 20 hours of new
circle,
content right there.
idiot.
Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes.
Who do you think you are?
I knew there had to be something else.
It wasn't my
Let's
fault.
see it. I'm ready for
did it.
whatever it is.
Oh no.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
Great.
This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality
It's true,
assurance
it
department
actually
signed
does.
off on this?
You just
I'm
jump because
infuriated
you're
and I'm
being
offended, and
mean.
I
I
intend
was
to
being
flame
mean,
these
but that's
people
no
on Twitter
reason
and hold them
to
personally
have him stop
accountable.
jumping.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new
talk
content,
about
I'm
Twitter.
afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
Yes!
You and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No, I don't wanna. No! I mean, if it was forced, then there's probably more content.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Okay. Coffee nut. Alright, cool, dude. Muggus.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra
Oh.
Deluxe
there's
content
nothing
turned out
over
to
there.
be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone.
Is this the-
It's where I've been storing all my
Wait.
favorite memories so I can relive the peak
Elden Ring.
experiences of my life whenever I want.
This looks like
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
this looks like the area on like the quote unquote true ending.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley
I don't know
Parable
about that.
was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Huh. You know, I didn't play it when it came out a couple years after, but sure, I'll remember it. $1 United States dollar. Yeah, I know that one. Huh. This game colleges show uneven effort to enroll poor. Okay. Costs under was pushing election of council allies. 50% off designer hat, but a small creature owns the other half. Oh, okay. I get it. Creaky floorboard. Stanley Parable deals tough. Are these real news articles? I feel like they aren't. Oh, and that is the insanity ending. Why do you have that hanging up, dude? What's this? Oh, is that a hamster? Looks like one. Oh, okay. You put up a bench and can't make you sit on it.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Don't read
Like
it.
the stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever
Every game.
created.
Stanley
That's
Parable is
how
all
grand
game.
and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk.
Persona 3 moment.
A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Is it giving me a choice? Can I? Oh no, I can't go down there. The tasteful nostalgic, it was good. There's the line. Title screen of the original. The first two doors. Person of the year. I think that's supposed to be Stanley. Those are the nuke buttons. The other buttons. I don't know what that is. Probably dev screenshot. Game running on a Mac. A car. The colored doors. I've never heard of that one. Your number. I don't know. What? The end is never the end. People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game's very good at letting them know they can't do anything, literally anything.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games,
The outside
and one that
world.
offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
Really?
It didn't
Perfect?
need anything else.
9
It
out of
didn't
10?
need new content.
Oh,
It
the
just
source
needed
engine
to be
thing.
left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust
Repeatable
in the
carpet
hallowed
textures.
hall of beloved video game memories.
Oh? Ah, the serious room! I remember that. If you try to enable cheat, because the original game was a source game, so if you try to enable cheats, it put you in there.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait,
Oh no.
hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down
This is
here?
creepy.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I
Never
can't
read
even
the reviews,
imagine
dude.
what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Uh-oh.
Honestly, I could not be bothered
Oh,
to play
no.
this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm
Oh.
trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a
Okay, a
handful of
positive
gags
review.
to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound
Oh,
philosophical
oh God,
insights
this is
that
like
I
a
can't
video
even
game now.
imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Steam, so many Steam reviews. Well, what company runs Steam reviews, huh? Where all these shipping containers come from? Ooh, weather. Weather in Stanley game. Ooh, ooh, it's new.
Okay,
Well-
let's see what this one says.
Uh-oh. Don't read it,
While the
man.
idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness.
My dude, I don't even know what it
This is
means.
actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
Stop using synonyms I don't
How
know.
much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These
Dude,
black
there's so much
marks on
carbon
my
dioxide in your
otherwise
atmosphere, you gotta clean it
unimpeachable
up.
track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
You need to stop using
What's
words.
this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well,
Uh-oh.
well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm
Uh-oh,
truly
no,
too preachy,
don't.
then
It's never gonna work
then
out.
maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
That's not... No,
Not if
dude.
it means
Time
we can
travel ain't
strike
good.
these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
I don't like where this is going. Oh, no. Oh, no. The skip button is here. What is it? I wonder what it does. Oh. Wait. Oh, I feel like... Oh, jeez. I'm given two choices here. I think I might just leave. I'm not gonna hit that button. Ah, no, never mind. There's no choice here. This is just a room. Guess I have to hit
Here
it.
it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you with just
don't
the
like
push
this.
of a button, you'll have zipped.
I don't like it.
You're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
Again?
Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a
Yikes.
description of it, but... Well there, sport. You really did catch
no.
me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit
Is there anything back here yet?
Steam
Nope.
review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Oh, no.
Unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know
I don't
it's
wanna
shocking,
hit
isn't
it. I feel
But
bad. I
do
wanna.
suggest
I like the
we not
narrator.
press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye and just, wait, how do we get out of here?
Yeah, I know.
Door, Gary.
You removed the door,
Wasn't there a
dude.
door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there
I'm
was
being
one here
cyberbullied.
before. How else
You guys
would we
telling me
have
to press
gotten
it?
into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
Fine.
Sufficiently... Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just
Yikes.
been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every
You guys
angle.
are
I've checked
addicted to the
every
button. You
one
need
of
to get
those
help.
walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and
You
if
guys
you
have a
keep
problem.
pressing it, I have no idea. Oh, Stanley, you're back.
It's been years, hasn't it?
Oh my goodness, I have someone to
Ah,
talk
yeah.
to
The
again.
tree's dead.
Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
Yikes.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing
like I'm gonna
that
die
I
if you
needed
didn't
to
miss.
know
I'm gonna,
that
like-
someone was listening.
I got
needed
water,
there to
I
be a
got
vessel
food.
through which my
much
words were
air.
moving. It
There's a
was
lot of
the
air in
vessel
here.
I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single
guess I have
thing
to.
I need, and God, I can see now that... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have
Everything's
had
dead.
time to think about you and about us and about everything
Was that
we've
noise?
been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret.
Oh no.
There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
See review button! He's gone. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? How long has it been? Is he hiding in here? Hello? What? What's that? What is that? I don't like this.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness.
How many thousands of years has it been yet?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Yikes, the end is never the end. I don't like this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The place is starting to collapse. This is built on water, after all. How long has he been saying that? I don't know, but it can't be good. Alright, we're gonna be underwater now. Oh, yikes. I think the universe ended while I was gone. Maybe it'll be better if I hit it again? Oh? Is this what's at the end of time? Have I found it? Can't get out yet. Oh? Oh, it is Portal 2. You're right. Yo, a tree! I'm just gonna push it again. Oh, tree's gone. Now it's the end of time, like for real. What was that noise? Can I hit this button again, please? Oh? Oh! Wow. The button fell over. Button, are you okay? Okay. Let's follow the sun, I suppose. No, I can't jump now. This is the worst thing that could have happened. What, the button falling over? Oh! The sun went out. Who took the sun? Okay. Let's move on.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Now I'm
Stanley
going to go
decided
visit
to
my
the
wife.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Or, okay.
Good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Yeah, they really don't want my wife back. We should skip that little infomercial.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
I'm not in the elevator anymore.
Which is why I'm very proud
Oh,
to
no, I
announce
am.
for the
It's
first
a start.
time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Yo. Yo!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions?
Wow.
Think of all the new territory we'll cover.
boss is
with
gonna
a
break my
fully
legs?
fledged
You're
sequel.
right.
An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many
Taste
possibilities.
sequel.
It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I forgot to full screen that image.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement.
They're
right
back
there.
2 doors.
It's future-oriented. It screams
New content is out. New
progress
content
and
part 2 is
innovation
in.
and long-term franchising potential.
Huh. I guess I haven't completed this ending yet. It's like a fast food advertisement. They're back. Yeah. There's gonna be 2 Stanleys.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Can I go over this way? New features. A bus! James, that's you can, I get it. They're like Kirby.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, there's a lot here. Please, no screenshots. Could you guys hear that? That was the Steam screenshot button. The tease. Button that says the name of the player that was playing the game. Hold on. I want to check that out. Hear your name in the game. And there's too many places to go right now. Epilogue? Okay, not yet.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
First one is the wife.
Isn't that wonderful?
Okay.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here,
What if my name was
let's
Jim?
have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want
James,
you to imagine
that's-
yourself living
okay.
as Jim. Sleeping and waking as Jim.
I'm Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay,
If I
we're
wanna
doing
do
it
it,
again,
wanna press
and
it.
this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself
yeah.
driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out.
Awesome.
Button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Yeah, I sure you worked real hard on that one. You have to scream when you hear the name because you're Jim, and how did it know that? Because everyone is Jim.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They
dude.
will appreciate what I've created here.
I saw the new content. The end is never the end again. This t-shirt is the best new feature. I want that shirt. The reassurance bucket. Oh.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration,
Oh, it's not here.
I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley
Thank you, Automod.
Parable.
I was gonna do that myself.
Reassurance
Okay,
bucket.
Ethan.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill
Oh, there's the
your mind
bucket.
and your heart. It's true. As long as
Yeah,
you hold
Automod
on to
caught it. I was gonna
the
get rid of it
many
myself, but
disappointing
then you did,
contradictions
Ethan.
of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Give me the bucket.
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes.
Oh,
the
man, the
bucket
narrator
is
swore.
the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
I have bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping
Can I put it
through your
down?
body. And in
Bucket
fact,
forever?
can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma?
I
as
cannot.
well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley
I
Parable.
used to just have this now.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on
This guy has so many messages 'cause he actually shows up in my chat.
Happy 12th birthday. Which would you go with?
Can I not go in? Let me guess, I can't open the door because I'm holding a bucket. Oh, no, I'm supposed to go this way. This one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted.
Sky,
all
it's the
along.
amount of messages you sent in my
12th
chat.
birthday, step-niece, it is.
What? That's not the one I picked.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
There's too much here. What? Oh, No,
You know
wait.
what? Let's bring the
No.
jump circle back for Stanley
Er.
Parable 2 as well. It's a waste.
Yeah, out of all the streams,
You
yeah.
already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
No, we made jumps back. Oh, I should have saved my jumps. Collectibles for achievement. Infinite. I think I'll save the infinite hole for last. But there's a door over here. No, this is just the door I already went through. Jesus, so much. This really is new content. Settings world champion. Can I go in? Wait a minute. Or do I have to actually... I have to actually do this, don't I? Oh boy. Wait.
This is
Okay, well I don't know if I should mess with these. Okay, you know, that should be good. Oh, no, it doesn't. It didn't give me the achievement. Alright, never mind. There's an achievement where you just mess with all the settings. Maybe I was thinking you could go in there if you got it, but nope. Alright, this is supposed to be the... Okay, yeah, this is the epilogue.
an epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the well, we'll figure that out later.
Yeah, which ending? No? Alright, that's all we get to hear. You heard Jim in the game. The button that says Jim. Alright, it changed it. No more false advertising. The one that says jump circle, infinite hole. Where have I not been yet? This decoration, infinite hole, the reassurance bucket. I guess all I have left is the free achievement and the infinite hole. Oh, and collectibles. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, where have I been? Yeah. Oh, these are great. These are great little indicators. Oh, wait, no, that's not an F. That's just a bunch of walls and the letter F. This map's too confusing. Okay, that's the... Okay, maybe the exit's the last place. I should check. I can't collect them all. Alright.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable
cool.
2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley
bucket
figurines.
okay.
And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Oh, like a
don't
real
want to
video
stifle
game.
The intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You
Give me
simply
that
collect
Stanley
all of them,
figurine.
and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
I got it. I imagine there's not actually 6 of these.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Free achievement? I want that.
Now here's something special.
Let's go.
You remember that broken test achievement that got left in
James,
the game on accident?
enough.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this leave. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken.
What?
I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers,
come on.
we hear you, and I promise it will.
Alright, what's over this way? Nothing. Great. Maybe press it enough. I can't. It's like... Magazine? Awesome. You got a magazine janitor. That's my excuse.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The infinite hole. Alright, after the... It's like I'm actually at a real museum. I'm just like, alright, go to the infinite hole, and then what? Huh. Awesome. Oh boy, it just keeps going.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of.
I wonder if this hole's infinite.
In a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
You sure? I wonder if I can actually fall down this. Can I throw the... Let me throw the bucket. I've got a feeling that there's no, like, invisible wall in front of this. No, wait, no, these aren't... This isn't actually... I bet... Here's what I bet. It's like, you know, we haven't actually implemented the hole yet, so...
You see? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue on.
Okay, that's better.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know. I told you the hole was infinite.
Yo, I love that song.
Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
Maybe I am, huh?
Look, things
can I go back up?
There. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
You can't have mostly infinite.
You then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole, and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I don't want to go back in. I feel like I'm going to break it, and then it's going to really be infinite. There's more? Okay. Back in. Back to the lab again.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to
It's
call
just
the
gonna
hole
seal up the
infinitely
hole.
deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley,
rambling again?
I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has
knew
come
it.
to haunt me. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
Still can't
You
jump.
just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Oh.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation.
Gotta make some
It was working
stairs, dude.
Just a moment ago. Try it again.
Still not working.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't
What?
bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley.
No,
I
wait.
hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Yeah, I had a feeling something else was gonna happen. I don't like that. At least I do have the bucket. What's happening? You mean the skip button, right? Something's happening. The narrator's truly missing out on this one. It's infinitizing! Yeah! I mean, James, you spelled it like infantizing. It's becoming a baby. Oh? Whoa. It is Vine Room. He put down the bucket. I love this. Yeah? 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 I'm blue. Purple. A pyramid's landscape. It is Tetris effect. I was an error for a moment there. Way too bad, desert. On the beach, I'm upside down, I'm in a desert, big head, muscular. I'm in the air, I'm an error. Microscopic, I'm a drawing, I'm another drawing.
Stanley! Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
That was
We can't
fun.
have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So
Before
how
gore.
about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
Can I get out of the
From the
hole?
looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Uh-huh. Something different gonna happen? Oh boy. Oh, okay. Is that just an ending? Oh no, I'm just back here. Okay.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
I saw the bucket. It still says gym. I think everything's been done here, so I'll just leave. Go to the exit. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Jump circle, this map, free achievement, merch. Oh no, this is like the office, okay. I was wondering what that section of the map was. What's K? Infinite hole, I've been there. Q, free, no, I used that. Alright, I guess I just had the exit. You sure? What do you mean? Is there more to do here?
All right.
I feel like I've
Have you seen
been
everything
everywhere.
you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Bag. It's a collectible. Mug. Where it was, but you don't remember how to get there? Maybe it's this. Yeah, maybe it's this.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
sit down?
Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's
Why do you have
definitely
soul?
a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into
I mean,
a
I got the
meaningful
bucket, so I got
gameplay
everything I want.
experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here
No.
it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean,
Can I go
there's
down there?
potential here, right? It's
I wanna go to
sort
the
of...
infinite hole.
Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Who farted? Yeah, it did sound like that.
This is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
The new update.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
The bucket's up on
This
a
isn't
pedestal.
a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Bonk.
And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it.
Oh boy.
I can take the original Stanley
It's
Parable
the
and simply,
intro.
well, insert a few of my new features into it.
Oh boy, it's
Tastefully,
just Ultra Deluxe.
with respect, with care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title
Oh, you didn't end up
screen.
getting
A
that.
title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
New. These are just all the controls or things again. Wait a minute.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I wonder.
Stanley worked for a company
yeah,
in
it
a
is
big
different.
building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed
Skip
buttons.
button? Nah.
Orders came to
And
him
it's not
through a
yellow,
monitor
so why
on his
push it?
desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Nice.
And then
Me
one day,
too.
something very peculiar happened.
Ew.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor.
Aside from the
for him
balloons,
to
it's the
follow.
same so far.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
This is
Shocked,
hype.
frozen solid,
Looks like the Hitman
Stanley
logo.
found himself
Kinda
unable
does.
to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I wonder if there'll be like
All of
split
his
paths.
co-workers were gone.
Like, can I go
What
up here
could it
again?
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, I
No
can.
matter
I
how
don't
hard
want it.
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
That's new. Music is slightly different. There's a balloon at a desk.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up.
Wait,
Why
where's the
was he not
bucket?
doing it?
Where's the bucket? Hold on, I missed the bucket. I gotta go back for it. Where is it? Where is it? Am I blind? Ah!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I am.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Maybe I'll really visit my wife this time.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's
The
as clear
circle
as
is
day.
complete.
This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's
Where do I
supposed to
put
go
it?
with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley.
Is it?
Don't give in. Don't hand over
Aw.
the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong.
It deserves
This is
it.
your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults
I like this
simply in
new
order to
broom
get you to
closet.
hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely
I would
superficial
love
and
to
convenient?
continue
that
listening
your
to
life
this,
is so
but I don't
banal
want
and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship to... Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Yep.
and the bucket walked
I wonder where the
upstairs to
infinite hole
boss's
is.
office.
When will we meet Jim? Where's the Jim button, huh? It's in here?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment
They're really gonna make me
you
wait,
come
huh?
across one of these beautiful figurines.
I mean, I'm going the intended path. But I wonder if there's any. I
Stepping
wonder
into
if.
his manager's office, Stanley
What
was
would
once
happen if
again
one on the
stunned
alternate
to
paths?
discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have
Oops.
broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad
come
behind
on.
the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
It starts with 2. That's what. Ugh, I was trying to remember it.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket
It's the
guiding
bucket
him?
for sure.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Another miniature Stanley figurine.
They glow in the dark.
You know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes,
I don't know.
I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
I guess I'll just get the normal ending and see if that's different.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I don't know about
Stanley
elevators.
and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Doesn't seem like there's any figurines down there. Lights.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley
Back
and
to
the
the
bucket
lab
wondered
again.
to themselves.
Camera! Camera!
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was
Okay.
being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley
Bucket.
cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Action!
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
No, you
Had
could
the
never.
bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to
No,
do?
it would never.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Okay, it's all becoming about the
These
bucket now.
questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket
There's the
tighter.
adventure line
His
door
one
down there.
friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Where have you gotten this information, James?
But here was the proof.
Oh yeah, all the
Part
buttons
of
that don't do
operation.
anything. I wonder if I can
Controls
actually
labeled with
escape from this
emotions,
place during the
happy
nuclear ending.
Or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket
Oh.
made a sassy comment about taking down
Wait,
the system.
where does it say Jim? It says Jim. It does it.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness.
It said Jim. Did you hear
Is
it?
it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the
You know,
bucket
I agree,
had defeated
Ethan.
their greatest
The bucket
and
is a
darkest
girl boss.
enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was
sun!
now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
Okay.
True, it
Would
was
have
a
a
simple
bucket of
life they
popcorn?
envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Uh-oh.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket
Like,
not
this
about
is
to be
real
freed?
life. I agree.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty.
until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No.
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the
No.
bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
What? Oh. Wait. It's the sequel again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
James, why must you be like this?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
Yeah,
The
I'm
bucket
going
turned
to
out
wife
be
now.
correct. Was this no?
I'm gonna have to tell my wife I found a new
bucket
wife.
was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Wait,
Good,
that's
said
new.
the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's
Yeah,
something
there's
up
a
there I
figurine over
need you
there.
to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was
Wait,
firmly
how do you even
convinced that
get
the
over
bucket
there?
had spoken to him, and
What?
he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket
Oh no,
asked.
dude. Is there? It looks like there's a fence there though. I'll get it next time.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the
I like
phone,
Bucket's voice.
and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
This is the sad story of a man named
This is
Stanley
new.
and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
This is different. The bucket is the wife. Jazz music. I just my. Yeah. I Niahu. I'll. It's midnight. Or noon. Should make you mod? No. I don't think I have to do that. Sunset. What do I do? Laundry basket, can I pick you up? Where's the bucket? Where's that? Oh, found it! I'm blind once again. Press P to take me to... Uh-oh.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley
I mean,
is hearing the bucket say to him...
Sky,
is
you don't
just
have to
in
be
his
mod.
head.
You could just mess around with funny mod commands. There's sorry, hold on. There's no integrity to my chat. Ban people for whatever you want, except don't actually. Yeah, don't ban James or whatever. I think I did it. There you go. Nah. James, you don't get mod.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well?
The bucket wants
To
you to
see
have
him
mod? I don't
delusional
believe
like
you.
this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
I don't think it lets you up here. Yeah, this chair is intangible now.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Point in time where I'll become moderate. Nope.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's
So
just going to
triangle.
cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Narrator to the wife? Nope. At some point he might have been.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's
It
just
does
a little
not.
more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
Oh
Why do I
boy.
feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular
It is
bucket?
a love triangle. Oh no.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. For the bucket.
What's with the candle?
No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
What am I gonna do to the bucket?
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to
No.
me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
James got auto-modded again. Okay, that's weird.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself.
Maybe
Days?
not.
Centuries? Did something crucial happen?
Oh, hi,
while
dude.
my senses
It's employee
were turned?
425. I was wondering when you were going to show
More
up.
careful with time from now on. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away.
Yeah, don't
as
worry. He just
Stanley
kind of shows up
embraced
sometime.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and
Where do I go
opened
now?
the door on his left.
Insanity. That's where I'm going. Stanley's husband. Alright, yeah. What? That's creepy. Okay. I forgot about the figurines. I'm gonna have to go back and get the other one
Coming
that I
to a
missed.
staircase,
Going
Stanley
down.
and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Aha!
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines. And now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley?
Figlies.
What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by one?
Looks sadder.
Let me sit on it.
No, it
I'm
looks the
sure it
same.
will come to me.
Okay. Time to go insane.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left
Fig
his
Leaf sounds
post
like a
during
slur.
work hours.
No, it sounds like Fig Newton to me.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley.
I don't know
Maybe,
what that
he thought to
is.
himself,
Fig Newtons?
maybe
They're kind of like
I
a.
am crazy.
I guess they're kind of
He
like a
looked down at the
cookie,
bucket in his
sort
arms.
of.
Am I
Where they're like
crazy?
little like
Yes, the bucket.
rectangles,
The bucket
but they
returned
have like
his gaze,
fruit
but
stuffing in
said
the middle, and they
nothing
taste
at all.
really good.
That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me
Yeah.
in difficult times such as these.
Man, now I
He
want Fig
held the bucket
Newtons.
close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket.
Don't
it's
think
just
you
a
had them.
normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket.
you should have
perhaps.
Fig Newtons,
How
you
did
might like
I
'em.
end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who
Right.
knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed the rooms were repeating. Which
Bucket.
was, of course, very
No. Yeah, no,
He
right.
felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to
There it
room,
is.
passing by one bucket.
No, these
after
are
the
just
next.
regular
None of
buckets.
them were his. None
No.
of them were his special bucket.
There's just a bunch of buckets everywhere. I like this new version.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks.
Nope.
He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
Oh, that's creepy.
It was incredibly painful.
Yeah, there's a bucket inside of
Stanley
him.
doubled over in agony and blacked out.
What? I ate the bucket?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security,
Okay.
and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to
Heart
himself,
disease.
and then
Nah,
collapsed
bucket
dead on
area.
the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no
This man,
bucket.
no
Of
bucket.
course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is
Oh,
an
he's talking about
illusion,
free will
and
again.
It's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought. And
What
she
kind of
hugged
like
her own
dystopian
bucket
future is this where
and
buckets are like
But of
the
course,
source of
she had no
happiness?
time for
Which
this.
bucket company
There were
did this?
a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way.
Like that, that's new. This one.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
I wonder if I can
will
get
hurt
button
me.
heaven.
Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
Would they?
Soon, very soon now, this will end.
Would it?
He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
Yeah?
Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Death. Okay, new ending.
Wait,
Where'd it
Stanley
go?
thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped.
That's new
Surely
dialogue.
I was mistaken.
Gotta check out the... This guy has dope. He sharpens pencils all day.
Warmth
Oh, he's
spread
back.
through Stanley's arms.
That's kind of
With the
rare.
bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Yeah, there it is. Awesome. One step closer. Wait. Isn't number 2 back here? Is it? Ah, no. I'm still remembering wrong. Alright, time to go get that figurine.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt
So many wild things on that screen. Just ignore them. Just ban people for whatever you want.
Simply the place to be.
You don't have to be a moderator. You could just have the funny green thing on.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
How do you get off mod view?
Stanley
I don't
took the
know.
door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
How do I... Oh! There we go. Give me this.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler anlarines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll
Yeah?
be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler anlarines. None of us can.
Oh, and I can die if I fall off of this. Wouldn't that be fun? Nah, I won't. Among Us. Where does this go? New ending? I don't recognize this place. Where am I?
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't
Oh.
even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore.
Five Nights at Freddy.
The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
Uh-oh, the bucket.
The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling.
Yeah, what's up, MC?
And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
What?
This
What's happening?
is my golden ticket. But I
Uh-oh.
have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Camporata.
I don't know if I don't want to keep the bucket anymore. I don't want this bucket anymore. Oh, geez, please. Oh, no. Bucket's made of cocaine. Alright. Maybe I should stop picking up the bucket then. Hello?
Hi, Stanley. Just know, there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today.
This is my real
We
life.
need milk, cereal, dish soap,
Why are you
spaghetti,
calling the
get a
wrong
thing of sugar,
desk?
some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Awesome. Why did my wife call my coworker? Supposed to remember that? No, I don't think you do. That shows up in the original game. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that one showed up in the original game. There's nothing to do with it. Wait.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I guess I'll go nuclear this time. Okay, this creepy room again. Where's the last one, huh? Where is it? Maybe it will give me a hint. Oh, 416. Red room. I know what room that is. Okay, I think I know where the last one is. It's not. I've already messed up the. I can't get there now, but.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I don't think I can get there now, but yeah, I know where it is. Okay, well, not there. Oh, man. Normally that's the third input.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer
Oh, he doesn't make fun of you this time.
Knew all along. Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alright, this time I'm gonna blow up. I said I was gonna blow up earlier, but then new content showed up.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with
Stanley in
television
here.
screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in
Whoa.
shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Once again, we're being
Bucket
monitored
had never
like
seen
guinea
anything like
pigs.
this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley
Back to
prayed
the
to
lab
Jesus,
again.
reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What
Alright, elevator, hurry
kinds
up.
of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed
Large
into the bucket.
area,
He couldn't
large area.
accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He
I
squeezed
remember in the
bucket
original
tighter.
game,
His one friend in the entire world.
since it was on the source engine, you could run. There were some
trust
cheats you could
no
run.
one except
One of
the
them
bucket.
was you can spawn like portal like companion cubes. So I just stacked a bunch
But
of them
here
and
was the
used them as staircases to get
the
out.
heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content.
I bet the gym button's in here.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They but at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the
Oh, it
button
was the
to
bucket
turn
that
on
did it
the
this time.
controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along?
This is different.
To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
I think this is
The bucket
different.
had betrayed him like this. Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Silly birds!
Birds. Silly.
This is different!
Silly birds.
They're seagulls.
The control buttons became active again. Stanley
I know you were
flipped
tired.
through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at
I
all.
want it to blow up.
It was a
Whatever, Bob.
facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley
Maybe if I don't
marveled
have the
at metal
bucket,
genius
then
in his hands,
I'll
the
blow up.
one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the
no.
silliest
I'm
birds
stuck here forever again.
imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
This is the good ending. They swapped around the good and bad endings, I guess, with the on and off button. Alright, silly birds. I guess
All of his co-workers.
I think picking up the bucket
What could it
is
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
okay.
simply missed a memo.
Sorry, that could just happen sometimes. It messed me up.
Just Stanley and the bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together.
Should have checked the monitors earlier. Oops. Forgot to check the monitors to see if there's an input in one of them. Oh well. So I think, yeah, picking up the bucket,
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
I think just
And
activates
this
like
was not
the
a
alternate
reference to the
endings,
meeting
the alternate versions of the
Stanley
endings.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Go to the right.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
No,
Was
the
there-
one that was like off like the lift. No, I already
Stanley took the
grabbed
door on
that
his left
one.
to go back to the meeting room.
That one that's supposed to be like down
Said
there.
the bucket.
Don't go to the
I already
meeting
grabbed it.
room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not
Where's the last
question
one?
why or how
I'm not
this
sure yet,
bucket
but
was
this
speaking.
is one of my best
It
guesses.
should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders?
This is
Stanley, I
different.
was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up
Not
the joke?
funny.
Should I
Didn't
have
laugh.
paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
What is comedic timing?
This is different.
What is comedic timing? How does it work?
Normally this is
How
supposed
long
to how
should
to
it
be a real
last?
person.
How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes.
You're
Let's
already
dive
funny.
deeper.
Be quiet.
If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit,
Why
with
is
one
this
of
relevant?
your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and
That's
no
a long
less than
joke.
13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
Dang it. That was a bad time for my mouse to stop. I was gonna
Good.
pull up a
This saying
MP3.
is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone
I'll
of
try and
good
establish
comedy.
a joke.
Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a
I didn't
comedian.
say it. Here,
An
I've got
effective
something
survey
better.
should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the
joke
survey
isn't
taker
good
is
anymore.
actually
I messed
paying
up the
attention
timing.
and not simply
Okay.
filling in answers at random. And that's all
That's
there
wrong.
is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing
you.
at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all,
This is
with
more
each of
than
us
90
needed on the
seconds.
front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence,
That's
and to
new.
very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Huh? What does
Hey,
this bucket
goodness,
do?
This video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe
Yeah.
the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
So yeah, normally this is narrator finds out Stanley's a real person, so they're bringing him back to the IRL, but then it doesn't happen.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd.
Ethan
What
out
a
here being a real
hilarious concept.
American.
The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Cold drinks, classic.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
I think on the right, like the entire.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone.
Okay, I messed
Did you
up
not
anyway.
even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's
I
done.
think I messed
The
up.
joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All
Uh-oh.
because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Oops.
Here we go. You ready?
Oh,
When
okay, no,
Stanley
we
and
get
the
another
bucket
chance.
came to a set of two open doors, they entered
so-
the door on the left.
This over here is where I thought the last figurine was going to be, so it's probably not over there. Yeah, I forgot, the universe just kind of disintegrated.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to.
This is
And
my
it's
internal
all my
monologue whenever
fault.
I make a
must have
joke.
forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an
No, it doesn't.
egregious mistake.
Egregious.
I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instruction.
18.1 seconds? Alright, awesome.
Yes, sure.
Why is my internal monologue British? I don't know. Oh,
Stanley,
what?
you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison.
So normally this is
Yes.
supposed to be the true ending. I think it is again.
Stanley.
But it's the bucket now.
I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? It is a
boy.
delivery. Pale with shame. Pale with shame. Pale...
Yeah, creating Unity now.
What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Okay, so that's not where the Stanley was, or whatever.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Let's
Stanley
input
decided
here.
to go to
No.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm confident that
today, the bucket asked.
I'm confident that all of the figure Anleys
would be perfectly
figure and Loreen, thank you. I'm confident that they're all
Stanley clutched the
gettable
bucket
with the
tightly to his
bucket,
chest.
because all the other
This
ones
was
haven't.
not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it
What
was.
other
Had
ending
the
have I
bucket
not tried
turned out
yet?
to be correct? Was this? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go.
I
back
hesitate
the
to do
meeting
confusion ending again because I've already done it, so different idea.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to... Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly
Jump, I
did
already did.
whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says,
Aw, man.
"No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the
Wow.
entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Oh boy, new area.
Now then,
It's a game
I'm
show.
going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Where's my
Okay,
audience?
let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Pretty sure it is.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket.
What?
Not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
What?
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket.
I
not
was
an
gonna make a
actual
joke where if I
bucket.
found something that wasn't a bucket, I was gonna click yes. But no, it's just being like this.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Probably.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Awesome. How long do I have to be here?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought
That's
this was a gimmick.
that's the
How
joke
on earth
that I was
did you
gonna
manage
make,
to
yeah.
screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
Kinda loud.
Is this a bucket?
Absolutely.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Okay then.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Probably.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Huh. They got me.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Not a bucket.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket.
I should have said yes.
Wait. When I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course
Everything is a
not
bucket.
true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
Everything can hold liquid.
I've lost
You try
all
hard
sense
enough.
of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
Oh
Okay,
boy, I messed up,
here we
didn't
go.
I? No, but everything's a bucket.
What
Oh, no.
happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
Yeah, but
Yes,
what do
I
we
actually
do?
feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know
What about the
that it's
figurines?
all
I
a
don't
bucket.
know where the
But
last
if you
one
run
is.
into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
I'm running out of ideas as to where the final figurine is. Ooh boy. Wait. Maybe?
All of his
Maybe I have an
co-workers
idea?
were gone.
But
What could it
no,
mean?
it's complete luck.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
There was a
Stanley
red room in the
clenched
confusion
bucket
ending,
tightly
wasn't
to
there?
his chest. This was not the
I'll check
correct
again.
way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here.
Maybe
I
the
knew
escape
you'd
ending.
find this place eventually.
This
You
is
see,
not
your friends and I are
looking
concerned
good.
for you, Stanley. We've come together here because
This
we
is
care
the
about you very
broom
much.
closet.
It's this bucket you're carrying around
It's the
everywhere.
line.
The bucket
it's
isn't
my
even from the original
computer,
Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're
This
the
is a
ones that matter,
mannequin.
Stanley. Classic characters
This
from the
is a
first
fireplace,
game, like the
and this
Adventure
is
Line
the
and broom
baby
closet.
cardboard
Because that's
cutout
what
from the
fans
ending
want
I
from a
was
sequel. They
trying
want
to get
more of
to
their
earlier.
favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
Oh, this
Don't
is
you
my
want
wife,
another
actually,
story
not a
involving
mannequin.
the
Not just any
adventure
old
line?
mannequin. Oops.
We could make the adventure line go somewhere new. Yes, yes.
The
That's
car's
what
moving.
the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Oh, this again. It's back.
Now this is what the Stanley
there we
Parable
go.
is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Oh,
Stanley
yeah.
is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give
Oh,
something
no.
up.
Oh, no.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
Come on.
That's why I'm very
bucket
proud
again.
to introduce a brand new
Wait a minute.
character. This
What's that
is
painted
the
on?
Bucket Destroyer.
What's that painted on, huh?
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was
This
not
is the
in
achievement
original
machine.
game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Can I walk into this? Oh.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you
It's
give it
gonna.
the
It's just gonna keep filibustering
I don't know
until I do
what
it.
the Bucket Destroyer will do
Oh.
if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets
press E
is
to
all
hold it closer to me.
knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one
I can't put it in.
personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved
I
Stanley
cannot put
Parable
it in.
characters? Well, you see,
oh, yeah,
if
isn't-
you were to
okay,
really
yeah,
explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see
there's
that its
something
desire
happening.
to
Is this the
crush
otherworldly
buckets
beast
is so
that's going
densely
to
loaded
the-
with complexity and nuance that
I
it's
really
really
can't
like
put it in.
10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
That's not good. I got crushed. What it... Is this the... Oh, God.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here.
What about me?
You were magnificent.
What about me? Do I get to live? No? Oh, man. Okay, no figurine, figurine there. Figurine.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Ah, the embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test.
Where have I
of
not
time.
gone yet?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the
Oh yeah,
door.
the escape ending. Gotta find that figurine randomly.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to
Back
the
to the
boss's
lab
office.
again. It's not in here. There's already a figurine in here. Wait, hold on. Yeah, there we go. That's better.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. crushed, but
You
Stanley
hate the
guessed
lab?
the correct code
Awesome.
by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Stanley is Gimar. Yep. The elevator ending? Later. Not yet.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Although this passageway had the word escape written
With the
on it,
bucket? Yeah, I know
the
it's gonna be
truth
different,
was
but...
that at the end of this hall,
Not yet. I
Stanley
haven't been
and
here
the
yet.
bucket would both meet a violent death.
Because this place has
The door behind them
crush
was
mode.
not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Come on. Crush button. Yep. See, look, it's red. That's where the last figure and Nerline was. Oh boy.
As the
Delta
machine
Rune?
whirred into
Yeah,
motion,
it's just like
Stanley
funny
and the
Delta
bucket
Rune.
inched closer to their demise. Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
I wonder where the infinite
To be
hole
sure,
is.
it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the
new
bucket were
one.
led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an
Yeah,
end
woman.
as it was crushed violently to death.
I wonder what it's going to be like with the bucket here.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious
where'd the bucket go?
to behold.
The brain is void. The bucket is knowledge. Living in ignorance and darkness. Got it.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a
25.
bucket
There's more
like
than
this
25.
and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris
The
that
greatest number of
blinded
buckets
him?
ever captured on
Can
camera.
you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Inferno bucket. Billions died. Oh man. Bucket with 2 handles. Recklessly experimental. Got it. Is this the infinite hole? At least 26. Yeah, I know, right? K-Pay takes a bucket.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold
I
as
missed
this
I
one.
missed that
It is
area.
man who should kneel before the bucket.
What is it with the bucket? Why is it like such a universal thing? The stress bucket. But okay, I see. I need a stress bucket. Alright, what's over this way? That's not a bucket, that's a hallway. The hanging bucket, this piece, more out of our reach. Oh, there's the infinite hole. Found it. Oh, never mind. I just picked up the bucket. I just levitated.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him
Normally?
be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game.
Normally the
Don't
narrator
give
is
him
urging
another
you to reset the
opportunity
game,
run off
and it
with
doesn't do
another
anything.
portable bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket.
I wonder if something will actually happen this time if I restart. Nah, probably
his
not.
place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision of the...
The bucket died. What now? So, no figure end during there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
Welcome
could it
back, old
mean?
narrator.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Damn it. God damn it. Should I search it up? No, I want to find it myself. Wait, I almost forgot the bucket. That would have been bad. Oop.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps,
Where have I not been
he
yet?
would become both of those things. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
Where
and
have I not
entered
been?
the door on his left.
I have not done elevator ending with the bucket. But what else haven't I done? There's one other one that Not the I did the true ending. Lift. Not, the one you missed the lift isn't an ending. Jeez. Where's the gym button? I know, right? You grab ice? Go for it, dude. Yes, I will. Gotten insanity. What? Where have I not been yet, other than an elevator? I have not been to... I haven't been to escape pod ending with the bucket. I'll do that. Because you just run through the entire opposite second time, so... Not in here.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Yeah, I don't have an elevator. I'll do elevator
upstairs
last.
to the boss's office.
I have a feeling it's going to be in the elevator ending.
Stepping in.
There we go. Can't go in there. See, I have a feeling it's going to be in the elevator ending, but I'll do that one last. Is it normally red down here? I think it is, yeah. Aimlessly walking around, trying to find figurine. Oh, also is this. I'll be able to do button heaven. Yeah, see, this is red. I'll be able to escape with the bucket. Maybe it'll do something new. Not really much to talk about while warming up this. Better to say nothing than say something cringe, I suppose. Alright, sell the bucket. Sell the bucket. It's new, it's a cutscene. Oh, the bucket gets to escape. You get to soothe the bucket. Away it goes. Alright, no figure ending there. Button heaven. Let's go. Colorful pimple room. Okay, nothing else to do here. Alright. Moving
All
on.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Oh, it's
he
a
had
new
simply
bucket.
missed a
Okay.
memo. And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Hit the input with the bucket?
Stanley
Nah.
touched the
The
bucket
door to my
tightly
office
his
closes
chest
once you leave it.
and entered the door on his left.
What'd you miss? The escape... The bucket is free now, so this is a replacement bucket. So... There is hints here! I know where it is.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others.
Unfortunately,
Wherever they were.
I was wrong.
Just a matter
You
of time.
can't have the bucket for this one. Yeah, it's the two doors.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop.
Man, this is the one. It's the one figure. I assumed every other figurine you could get with
And
the
here
bucket.
it was, the lounge.
But nope.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So yeah, all the sequel content is when you pick up the bucket. Or you jumped off the lift with the bucket.
Stanley was so bad at
Yeah, I'll check that out later.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, if you try to get like this ending with the bucket,
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
it
foot
goes
here.
to everything as a
I'm not
bucket,
your
which,
enemy,
but I think
really,
that's not what you were asking me.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
Like if you jump off here and just fall to your death. Is that what you're talking about?
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
Okay,
I don't know how
I'll do
to
that later.
convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Yes, there it is.
And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment.
So what
This
happens?
is doing something just for the sake of doing it.
What do I do
Where
now?
so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Stiggly Wiggly? I don't like Stiggly Wiggly. Sounds like a euphemism for
that would
something.
be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines. Now listen carefully, this is important.
Oh boy.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay. What do I want? What do I want? Do I want death? Or Minecraft? You decide. The green door. Uh-huh. Minecraft. Alright, Minecraft. Everyone wants Minecraft.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Let's do dialogue.
Trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Maybe
there we go.
Okay.
Third option.
Third option.
This already feels
all 3 doors lead to the same place.
We were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a... Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
What do you guys think?
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Alright, okay. That's a vote for 1, another vote for 1. That is 3 votes for 1. That is on average.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a
fully
1?
unanimous.
That's not even helpful. What am I
I
supposed
was
to
going
do
to take
with
the
that?
average of the 3 answers and round it, but nope, all ones.
Judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Worldwide leaderboard. Let's see, where am I at? Man. I'm underneath a dead rat and Mussolini. Friends list empty. Damn. Alright, red door. This is red. Definitely red.
Now,
this is
would
definitely
you say
red.
that competitive leaderboard helped you
Dog
feel
woman.
motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
You know what to do. What'd it be? Alright, let me take the averages of all those 3. Hold on. Calculator. Okay. 5. Wait, hold on. 5 plus 2 plus... Yeah, I know all the zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2. And then divide that by 3. And our average is 2.6. Round that up to 3.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Oh, I
Perfect.
find.
Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right.
Almost
and if he
Minecraft.
reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Yeah, if you play
why
4.5
don't you give it
hours,
4 hours
you
a
get
day to
an
make sure
ending,
it's
but I don't
effective.
want to stay here for
Be
that
sure
long.
to keep notes on your experience.
Not doing that for 4.5 hours.
You heartless bastard. Did
Yeah.
you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done.
Awesome.
It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Ooh.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
This is new. This is not Minecraft.
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you.
Okay,
from
so
up high in your
what game is this
Perhaps
supposed to be?
for some
Because
sort of twisted
normally it's supposed to be like
purpose.
Portal or Minecraft.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Minecraft sound. Okay, so normally this is supposed to be Minecraft. Yeah. In the original game, it would put you into Minecraft and it would put you into Portal. But this is not that.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
Open world.
It is. It's an open world game. Good
Oh,
God,
yeah, that's right.
quickly block it off.
Oh.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing.
Is this the
Big,
Fortnite
open,
storm?
Just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
You okay,
Out
dude?
of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here.
There's a hole.
Let's
There's
find
a hole.
another game.
There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole.
Something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Can't handle the grass?
Okay.
Can it now?
I think this will be just the thing.
Oh!
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't
Not
any
Minecraft.
possibility that you could
I
get
wonder-
lost here. Now,
I wonder if
this
Minecraft will
is
actually
game
show up here.
design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
No car
Okay,
rocket
so what
league.
exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Sports ball.
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely
Oh yeah,
we must.
sport.
Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Big. Oh, you actually like... Awesome. Oh, I'm fast! Oh, I'm fast!
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought, and I realize I'm not a sport. Hold on. What are you doing?
Oh! This is how
Stanley,
you
don't do
get
that. I
here.
can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh boy. Okay, so I guess it's just not Minecraft and Portal anymore. It's just two different games. Because normally, in the normal game, in the first game, in Portal, like the elevator would leave without you, and then you would fall down. But nah, this is different. You just fall into the goal of Rocket League. But yeah, this is supposed to be like the beta, which is interesting because it has like all like these Half-Life assets. Original game was made in the Source engine after all. The backrooms, yeah. In the backrooms.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close...
I should check the meeting room again, because that's where I was talking about all the figurines. Figurine Ranleys.
Soon. I can wait.
Alright, time to see. Time to see. What's my reward for getting all the figurine Ranleys? What? The balloons are gone. There's no input. Oh.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines.
Oh.
Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more.
Elden Ring is back.
The figurines. Just one more time.
Not remembering when Stanley found the cup. Okay, buddy. The memory zone. Okay, so now we're downstairs.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it says 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent.
Okay.
We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Huh? Oh? Oh! I don't like that. I wonder if this actually
was a second Stanley.
I wonder if it plays in the same order.
This one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways. Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Yeah, where was it? I don't think there was one in the office, so it has to be under the stairs, right? Or was that the 4th one?
No. Under the stairs was the 4th place you found a figure.
I was wrong.
Not the 3rd. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If under the stairs feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments? Let's see. What came next? Oh, yes, we found a figly in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Illusion of choice? Something's wrong.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly.
Oh,
in
God,
fact,
you're good.
Because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
We're gonna find out about, like, the monsters again. Oh, boy! Windows Movie Maker. Yeah, I did it. Thank you, narrator.
takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
8 minutes? So what's the lore behind the bucket? That's boy narrator. Yep.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Ah, the illusion of choice again. What's happening?
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
What's gonna happen now? Ooh.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here and keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels. Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
I'm nervous.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Oh, great.
Yes, I love that video.
Okay, dude, we get it. You have Windows Movie Maker. Best Boy narrator returns.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no
Where is
memory of
this?
This one. Good room, though. A solid room.
I feel like that pink room's
really
super liminal.
to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
What's gonna say? Yeah. Wait. Okay, no, there's nothing there. What are those distant noises?
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to know it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going.
I don't know what to say.
What came before this?
What do I say?
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember.
Still no jumps remaining.
But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories. Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten
Undoing
that?
the new
Classic
content. I
memory,
am,
this one.
aren't I? Where do I go now? Oh, never mind. Illusion of choice strikes again.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
Oh,
There's
no.
something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now.
Narrator
I
war?
remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to
Narrator lore?
make big decisions.
Yeah.
I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if
it was never real.
Fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again.
Is this the death of Stanley?
I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy the story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, so we're back here. Anything?
All of his co-workers
gonna happen?
Gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm gonna leave the bugger behind for this one. End is never the end.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think it's just the game.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Elevator ending with like, you're right, I do have to do that. Maybe later.
Office,
I feel like there's still more to do. Reboot the game entirely? What does that mean? Not this though, right? Couldn't mean this. Okay, no, hold on. Idea. Reboot the game entirely, it said. Huh. Yeah, the new title screen. There we go. Saw a Steam notif. Congratulations. Enter the current time. Again! 518. It's 518 now. Hang on, hang on. Before I start, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. Oh. A lot of people don't take that stuff seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. You guys take the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. Alright, dude. So, no, that's how you know you care about the screens, you're paying attention. You know, I was thinking whether the clock would do anything. I don't even have any way of knowing the times you're setting are correct. Really? Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Means to cooperate. Next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even set the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, I'll get up. Okay. There's still more to the game. Reboot the game entirely. So I did that. Click to skip.
All of his co-workers.
Achievement unlocked. Welcome back.
What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
What
doors,
does it tell me to do now?
He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I wonder.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No figurine. Weird. I brought it up, and now I just really want to do it. I finally want to go nuclear.
Stepping into his manager's office,
And then I'll
Stanley
reboot the
was
game.
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story
There we
as
go, nice
quickly
making
as
fun of me.
possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Okay, so here's the roadmap. Go nuclear, reboot the game, set the clock to favorite time, and then I'll do bucket on the elevator.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward
And then what else?
into the opened passageway.
I guess that's it.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Awesome, sparkly.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But where was that where's the bottomless pit? That's what I want to know. And the gym button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom means nothing. LMAO.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
I'm gonna blow up.
Controls labeled
Finally
with
gonna do it.
emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Amazon.
And as the cold reality of his past
This
began
is
to
just
sink in,
the narrator is
Stanley
Jeff
decided that
Bezos.
This machinery would. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself.
Funny birds,
Is that
right?
what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If
No.
you want to throw my story
never
off
leave.
track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to
Nukes.
explode, eliminating the entire complex.
The entire complex. It is
How long until
complex.
detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more
Let's
fun,
find
isn't
the
it, Stanley?
buttons. I don't think there's literally no way to actually like deactivate this, but I want to see if maybe a sequel
Shape it to
can
your
do something.
heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. All
1.
this means I barely know where to start.
I think that one up there is 4.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell
That's
you
5.
exactly what happened.
Oh, where's 2? I can't remember where 2
raised
is.
them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was
there's 2.
merely
It's right
in
next to
this
1.
instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons
Where's
endlessly
3?
and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I
Alright,
let
dude.
it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything
4.
and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying this so much.
Yeah.
You know what? To hell with it.
5.
I'm going to put
There's
some extra
no
time
escape.
on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
Something's gonna happen.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
He's monologuing again.
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
5.
To see you made
5.
humble.
Like he wasn't alright. Yeah, I know.
This is not a challenge.
5.
It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Alright.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Ooh.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life?
Can I off it now?
Let it go peacefully.
Nope.
Another
Can I on it again? Nope.
Make it count. Or
Chair.
don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will
great.
be laughing at every second of your inevitable life.
Shaky
from the moment
screen.
you fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
Very good. Alright, and then I think now I'll just reboot the game again for the clock thing to happen. Hehehe. Can I skip this? Nope. Enter the current time. My favorite time, you say. Well, 427. Favorite time of day. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 427 a.m.? Kind of inaccurate. Regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time just in me saying. I feel like I'm learning more about you, how you like things. It's good to collect data. Alright, man. Should have more sliders. Got to all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to collect data on you. At least accuracy. I mean, off by 1 hour. No, I set it to AM. It's 5:30 p.m. I should be ready next time you boot up the game. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the thing that James has been asking for too long. Bucket on the elevator. Skip. Faster.
All of his co-workers were gone, What
Bucket
could it
on the
mean?
elevator, heck yeah.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Wee.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find out. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Fast.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Oops, pressed A too much.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dump, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
All right. Made it to the elevator. Now I just gotta go up and down a couple dozen times.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
The bucket said nothing. Says you. Can't speak for the bucket.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number. Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley
the number
the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Oh, it doesn't say 8. Ah! It did say 8.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna have to try to impress the bucket, won't I?
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
The bucket is ghosting me.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories
and a paintbrush, musician, an instrument,
stories of his dreams and hopes. And the whole time,
so many analogies
for a reaction of
metaphors,
some kind.
whatever the word is.
Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Ever walk out the window? No, I didn't. You're right. I'll try that out next time.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
I feel like I've tried everything with the bucket other than, you know, walking out the window. Oh wait, I forgot elevator. I forward.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
You'll see, Bucket, you'll see.
He advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived,
Minecraft.
Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life. This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one. There was no one here.
No.
Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms.
No one gets me.
And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit.
Stop sleeping.
Only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Oh, and then I die. Okay, before I jump out the window, closing the game again, I want to see those new sliders. But they loved each other? They did. Not anymore. Yeah, before I jump out the window, please. I've already seen this slider before. Until the dog and the cat are friends. So number 5 becomes the number 9. Oh, that's the number 9. That's the number 9. That's the 9. Nah, Roman numerals are funny. So please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. I like that much. Alright. What do I choose? Oh boy. Alright. Alright, there's more and more leverage. I like this one too. I kind of like Squirm Touch. Nah, this one. This is what the people want. Please don't. You know what time it is right now? No. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Yeah. What time? What is the time anyway? Yes. Is there anything about your sub that you haven't told me? Yeah. It means more sliders, and yeah. Help. No. You come back to visit me? Yes. Alright, let's go grab that bucket and jump out the window. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
There we go.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity,
He's rambling
abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself.
Oh boy.
Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this
time. Oh my God.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed,
you are a bucket. You are a toy.
True form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power. Its fangs glistening like...
I killed the bucket, I think. Oh my God, I did.
You did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this.
Is there an ending I haven't gotten with the bucket yet?
Dark magic cast away inside of it.
Oh yeah, falling off the lift, the cargo lift. I haven't done that yet. But first, anything new? Hello? What time is it? Really, truly know? Of course we don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I would just as all the game settings to your expectations, but who hadn't? Just like what I do, like a day job, and now the job's over. Yeah? Information should be gathered, like all down. You can't. I still don't really know you. You don't know me. I must know what time it is. Some settings are just unsettable. I'm gonna be totally honest. The clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. That's what I thought. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. The games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? Oh! What an assumption. Maybe that's the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that I need to adjust, but maybe it'll take a little more time before I'm ready for that. Early in my job description, but that's okay. Browse to me again if you can find me. Talk soon. Neat. What? That's a log. Is this where we find the hole? That's Nick Hugh. Many, many years later. So what ending does this follow? Oh. This is the ending it follows. Yes, the Endless Desert, my favorite place. Is that it? Office chair? Moon. The moon. I can't light myself on fire. Where did I find this wood? And this chair? Sandstorm. There's chairs everywhere. Place away from the sands doesn't get in your eyes. 101, Sandstorm 101. Neat. I guess all these rocks are just office chairs. Oh, we found this place again. And that? What is this? Is this new? Oh, no, it's the old area. How did it take so long for me to walk all the way over here? I want to see what that is first. Is that the escape pod? That means the bucket's in there. The original bucket. I have to see. I have to see. Yes, the original. After so many years. Generator still running. The music's getting all weird, I don't like it. What is this? Okay. Well, if the bucket dies, I won't let it.
Jim.
Found him. They're all Jim. I don't like this. This is creepy.
Stanley.
What?
Stanley. Jim. Stanley.
It's me. Is the narrator back? What now? I don't think this wire was here before. Maybe it was. Where do I go? I think I fell down. This is the hole. Epilogue. Many years later. Am I still falling? Or does it just restart the epilogue? I have the bucket now. Is this different? Is this different? I've got a feeling it isn't. Okay, I think this is the same. Let me quit out one more time. And we'll see if the guy's back there on the start screen. Then we'll fall off. We'll die with the bucket. Keep going. It's a bit too late. I'll look it up later. I'm running out of time anyway. Alright, let me get the bucket. We gotta go fast.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
See, I'm kind of running out
Stanley
of
decided
time,
to
so
go
I think
to
this is
the
gonna be the
meeting.
last thing I do.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace. Protective, yet delicate. Assertive, yet compassionate. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Gotta go
But
fast.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it
Okay,
looks
that's
like the
the
only
that's
way
the same
forward is
dialogue.
down. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms.
Okay.
How deeply touching.
Okay, I think that'll wrap it up for today. Good game. I like the sequel. Okay, I gotta go. Bye-bye.